Most people want to be more productive, but with so much advice online, it's hard to know what actually works. The good news is that you don't need a complicated system or a strict routine to get more done. Productivity is really about building a few small habits that help you stay focused, organized, and motivated throughout the day. In this video, we're breaking down 10 habits that are backed by real research. Habits that can make your work, studies, and daily life feel a lot easier. These are simple, practical, and anyone can start using them, no matter where you live or what your schedule looks like. Let's get started. 1. Break tasks into tiny steps. One of the biggest reasons people procrastinate is because a task feels too big or vague. When your brain sees something as overwhelming, it tries to avoid it. This isn't laziness, it's a survival response. That's why breaking a task into tiny, doable steps works so well. Research in behavioral psychology shows that small wins give your brain a quick boost of motivation. It feels good to complete something, even if it's small. So instead of writing, "Organize my apartment," break it down into things like clear the desk, fold the clothes on the bed, wipe the kitchen counter, take out the trash. These micro steps turn a huge task into a series of easy actions. And once you start doing them, it becomes much easier to keep going. This is especially helpful for students, remote workers, and anyone who struggles with staying consistent. 2. The 2-minute rule. This habit is simple, but it can make a big difference in how your day feels. The rule says, if something takes 2 minutes or less, do it now. Replying to an email, rinsing a cup, sending a quick message, or saving a file, these tiny tasks only take a moment. But when you let them pile up, they create stress and clutter. Studies on mental load show that unfinished tasks stay in your mind and use up energy, even when you're not actively thinking about them. Completing them right away clears that mental space. People in the US and Europe often deal with constant notifications, busy work schedules, and long email chains, so this habit helps reduce the pressure. Starting with something small also helps your brain switch into action mode faster. 3. Work in short, focused intervals. The Pomodoro technique. Most people can't focus for long stretches, especially if they're surrounded by distractions, whether that's social media, coworkers, or just daily responsibilities. That's why working in short intervals is so effective. The Pomodoro method, usually 25 minutes of focus followed by a 5-minute break, is one of the most studied productivity techniques. It works because your brain knows it only has to stay focused for a short time. You can adjust the interval to something like 35 or 40-10, depending on your energy levels. The important part is the rhythm. Focus, rest, focus, rest. This technique is especially helpful for people working from home in the US and Europe, where distractions are everywhere, from messages to chores to online meetings. Short bursts of concentration help you stay on track without feeling overwhelmed. 4. Plan your day the night before. Many people wake up and jump straight into their day without any direction. This leads to stress, wasted time, and poor decision-making. Research on decision fatigue shows that the more choices you make during the day, the more your productivity drops. Planning ahead removes those early decisions and makes the next morning much smoother. Every night, spend a few minutes writing down your top 3 tasks for the next day. Set out anything you need, your bag, clothes, notes, or work materials. Even tidying your workspace can help you start with a clear mind. This habit is common among successful professionals and students in the US and Europe because it saves time and reduces morning stress. 5. Use time blocking. Time blocking is the practice of scheduling specific tasks for specific times. Instead of a to-do list that you hope to finish, you create a structured day that guides your focus. Research shows that adding a deadline or time box to a task makes you more likely to complete it. When you know you only have 1 hour for a task, you're less likely to waste time.
You don't have to block your entire day. Start with a few key areas, like 1 hour for focused work, 30 minutes for email, 1 block for studying, 1 block for breaks or exercise. People in the US and European work cultures often juggle work, school, family, and personal time, so a simple schedule helps you stay balanced without feeling rushed. 6. Remove distractions by designing your environment. Willpower isn't the solution, environment is. Studies in behavioral science show that it's far easier to remove a distraction than to resist it. Every time you see your phone, for example, your brain releases a tiny spike of dopamine. That makes it very hard to ignore. Instead, change your surroundings. Put your phone in another room. Use website blockers during work hours. Keep your desk clean and simple. Use noise-canceling headphones. Turn off useless notifications. In Western countries, people often work in open office environments, busy apartments, or shared homes. Designing your environment helps you stay focused even when your surroundings aren't perfect. 7. Do your hardest task first. Your brain is sharpest during the first part of the day. Studies on cognitive performance show that most people reach peak focus within 2 to 3 hours after waking up. Instead of using that time for emails or low-effort tasks, use it for something meaningful, the task that takes the most energy or gives you the most stress. People who practice this habit often feel more relaxed throughout the rest of the day. The pressure is gone, and everything else feels easier to manage. It's a popular strategy among entrepreneurs, students, and professionals in the US and Europe. 8. Stop multitasking. Multitasking might feel efficient, but it slows you down. Stanford researchers found that people who multitask regularly have more trouble focusing, remember less, and take longer to finish tasks. Your brain isn't designed to handle 2 complex tasks at the same time. What it actually does is switch rapidly between them, and each switch drains energy. Whether you're answering emails, studying, or working on a project, focus on one thing at a time. Finish it, then move on to the next. You'll work faster and feel less mentally exhausted by the end of the day. 9. Take real breaks, not digital breaks. A break should refresh your mind, but scrolling through social media or checking your phone doesn't give your brain a pause. It actually increases mental activity. Studies show that screen-based breaks don't reduce stress or recharge your attention. In contrast, simple offline activities work incredibly well. Try taking a short walk, stretching, getting fresh air, drinking water, resting your eyes, doing deep breathing. People in the US and Europe spend hours a day on screens for work, school, and entertainment. Real breaks help prevent burnout and keep you focused longer. 10. Build one keystone habit. A keystone habit is a small positive habit that naturally improves other areas of your life. Research shows that one strong habit can create a ripple effect that makes everything else easier. Examples include sleeping at the same time every night, regular exercise, journaling or planning daily, making your bed, preparing food ahead of time. You don't need to overhaul your entire life. Start with one habit that supports your energy, clarity, or mood. Once that habit becomes automatic, you'll notice other improvements follow. Productivity doesn't come from doing everything perfectly. It comes from building small habits that support your day and reduce the pressure you feel. You don't need all 10 habits at once. Pick 1 or 2 that fit your lifestyle and try them this week. Once they feel natural, you can add more. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, feel free to check out the other videos on the channel. Thanks for watching.